Alex Cora joining us right now. Alex, great to have you on the show.
How much? How much did you guys just sign Bregman
What's going
for?
on?
How much?
How you guys doing?
How much?
How much what?
You just signed Bregman for it. You got a phone call. I thought that was Bregman calling you saying, going back 5 years, $200 million.
The only person that calls me baseball-wise is Joey, your favorite Cora, so don't worry about it.
By the way, before we even dig into this, it's Jose, by the way. It's not Joey. People that know him know it's Jose, okay? So, but last year, I text both of y'all, and I said, who's getting Bregman? I text you guys separate, and you both sent back, is that meant for the other Cora brother? So I don't know if you guys have like telepathy or if you guys were sitting in the same room or what, but it ended up being you that got it. So
Not in the same room. And honestly, like free agent conversations, we killed that one. We don't talk about it because, as you know, last year, it got to the point that I thought he was going to get him, like you said. You know, like I hate talking to my brother about free agents because you never know. You never know.
That's a fun Thanksgiving dinner.
But so we had Joe Spot on yesterday, right? And he's married to Brandon Hyde's. Their brother-in-laws through marriage, right? So he said that we can't go together because the wives talk too much about baseball and they know more than us. So is that like when because Joey thinks he's the smartest guy in the history of the game. So like when you guys get together, do you guys have a who's smarter contest? Because he went to Vandy and you went to Miami. No offense, Vandy's a little better than Miami on the smart scale.
I just, like I always tell people, I think Joey knows a lot about the Tigers and he knows a lot about the Red Sox. You know, like during conversations, I'm like, hold on, I'm the manager. I know more about our team, you know, but I got to be careful. He's still the older brother. He's a presence, as you know. He'll stare you down and, you know, that's when you have to shut up. But I just let him be, you know. He's still the older brother, so just be you, Joey.
I love it.
I love it too.
I love it.
So aside from talking to Joey about it, you can talk to us about it. What would you like to see the Red Sox do this offseason?
Just continue to be aggressive like we were last year. You know, after the season, last year in November, we talk about trying to get back to the playoffs. Actually, we talk about winning the division, and we needed to accomplish a few things in the offseason, and we did. We signed Alex. We traded for Crochet. We got Chapman. We got Justin Wilson. So just stay aggressive. Playing 3 games in October is not good enough for us. Yeah, we got a taste. We got back to the playoffs. But honestly, from my end, it feels like we actually didn't play it. It was so like short, right? And yeah, it was a great accomplishment getting back, but we have to be better. And I think listening to Craig last week in Vegas, he was very, very straightforward with what we're trying to accomplish. We want to be better from the mound, trying to get somebody that we can pair up with Bello and Crochet. And offensively, we have to improve. We have some holes. We showed it last year towards the end, and hopefully we can do that.
All right. How often do you and Brez talk? How often do you and Craig Breslow talk? Is it every day? Is it twice a day? Is it before you go to bed every night? No?
It's not every day. It's not every day. You know, I get a text from him. Obviously, he has people that works with him, and they connect with me. But I let him be, man. It's a tough job. I'm getting to the point now in my job that if I get too many updates and every day, I get anxious. You know, I get a little bit desperate, and I don't want to do that. So whenever we have something moving, cooking, you know, when we're meeting with players, we have Zoom meetings. Whenever that comes up, he lets me know. But I got a job to do. My job is to get ready for spring training, map out the things that we want to do. Me and Ramon Vasquez, who's here in Puerto Rico, and while we add during the off season, we make adjustments.
Okay, so you're more of a you just call John Henry type of guy. You just skip over Brez. I know how. I see. We know how you are. You just skip them. You just John. Listen, John. We need this, John. Thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the beach now. Love you.
No, 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 no. I mean, he did an amazing job last year. I know a lot of people don't give it credit, but if you look at the offseason we had last year, Chapman, Justin Wilson, Alex Bregman, Garrett Crochet, three All-Stars. Wilson was great. So let him be. Let him do the job. Obviously, he will ask me about how I see it, but at the end of the day, we make decision based on what we have to improve on our 40-man roster and our 26-man roster, and hopefully we can do that.
How did you feel your defense was as a team, as a whole for the season? Because you talked about things you need to improve, and my second question will kind of depend on how you answer that.
Well, we had the best defensive outfield in the big leagues if you go by the metrics, and this is a trick question because 2 years ago or 3 years ago, although we have led the league in errors for 3 or 4 years, people talk about the metrics, right? Defensive run saves. When they talk about the catchers, framing numbers and all that. Last year, Carlos was really good. Our outfield defense was good. I think as far as like defensive run saves, we were fifth in the league. The trio of the outfielders, we have 2 Gold Glovers. One should have been a platinum winner, Rafaela. I don't know how that works, but he should be. So we were okay. Erratic early in the season. I think our pitching staff can do better, holding runners and doing the PFPs. We weren't good, so I don't know. Going back to the question, C plus. So we have to improve.
AJ, we're going to do things a little bit differently here. I am wearing the Perfect Jean. And I remember seeing ads for the Perfect Jean, like most comfortable fit ever, perfect fit on your body. And I was like, I'm not buying it. Now, I'm buying it. And we're showing it off on FT.
Please get off my desk, first of all, Scott. Second of all, I was with you. I was skeptical about Perfect Jean. And then I got a pair, and the fitting was perfect. And my body's not hard to fit because I got a big old rear and big old legs from years of squatting, and they fit perfectly. They're stretchy, they're comfortable, they're fashionable. They're everything I look for in a jean, and now I have an extra pair, and I'm going to wear them all the time.
FOUL15 is the code at theperfectjean.nyc. FT listeners get 15% off your first order, plus free shipping, free returns, and free exchanges when you use code FOUL15 at checkout. That's 15% off for new customers at theperfectjean.nyc with promo code FOUL15. After your purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support the show and tell them Foul Territory sent you.
Rafaela, is he possibly moving back to the infield? Because I know he was great in the outfield, but he also has value in the infield.
He has a lot of value, but he's a lead in center field. He's a game changer. The one thing we're going to challenge him again is offensively. This guy, as you remember, there was I think it was right before the All-Star break. Offensively, he was locked in, not chasing too many pitches, doing some damage, pulling ball in the air. And then towards the end of the season, he ran out of gas. And this is the second time, in his career, obviously 2 full seasons that, September is tough for him. He weighs 160, man, and to play 162 games is hard. So challenge him offensively, challenge him, physically, get stronger, get bigger and stronger, and then defensively, just keep him as long as possible in center field because he's that good.
Have you ever seen it? Because obviously you go with comparisons. Have you seen somebody chase and swing it so much and then say, you know what, I can make these decisions. I can make the change that needs to be made to take that next level offensively. Have you seen other guys that you've played with or coached or managed that have made that change? Because that's a tough thing to do. It's like somebody that doesn't swing.
Very hard.
Say, you got to swing.
It's very hard because you're running into the, okay, we want you to swing at the right ones, but you don't want to take away his aggressiveness, right? And it's a balancing act. The one thing that I truly believe we can accomplish is if we're going to be aggressive, we have to make sure, we do damage early in counts. And how you accomplish that, then obviously swing at the right ones. And he can do it. He can do it. He did it in the minor leagues early in counts. He's shown some flashes at the big league level to do that. this is something that in 18, when I got to the Red Sox, I challenged some of the guys. It was the opposite, right? They were very patient, and I wanted them to swing early, but swing and do damage, And if you look at Ceddanne, there's a few things that he struggles with. There's a few things that he can accomplish that, and that's something we're going to keep preaching to him. And hopefully, with time, and this is, experience at the big league level, he can get to the hitter that we envision.
Okay, we're going to go back to this because you didn't give me the answer I wanted. So how often do you talk to Alex Bregman? Do you call him every day and see where he is? Are you flying to his hometown to hit him ground balls? Are you flipping to him? How are you trying to recruit him back?
It's very hard to get me out of the island. I think my next – I ain't going to Arizona to see Alex, but we stay in touch. This is a guy that I have a lot of respect. I really enjoyed managing him last year. We have a good relationship, so we stay in touch, talking about his offseason and him asking me questions about my kids and all that. So we talk a lot, to be honest with you.
Okay, that's better. By the way, is there something that happened at Santurce? Are you a Santurce crabber? Were you? Is that your team?
No. We're Caguas Criollos.
Oh, because I saw Johnny Damon down there like throwing out the first pitch. And was there something that happened recently down in Santurce? I don't know.
No, opening day. He threw out
the it was pitch. Opening day. Okay.
Yes,
all right. That's okay. Okay. So I don't know. You got Johnny to the island. We can get you off the island. I'm just saying.
I'll be off the island. I'll go visit you in Orlando in a few weeks.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to see you there. I'm going to be like, Alex, come on. Right here. Scott and I are going to be there. You can come say hi. And you can buy me a drink for once.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'll talk about a guy that's still on your roster that you guys extended, Aroldis Chapman. A lot was made about when he made on Completo. He went on a podcast and he said he'll never play for the Yankees again. Do you feel like some of his resurgence was kind of like spiteful to the Yankees? Like, I'm going to go sign with the one team the Yankees hate, and it's the Red Sox. And that fueled him to have, at age 37, the season that he had.
No. It was, I played 13 years in the big leagues, have managed, 6 or 7, was a bench coach for 1. And I have seen guys that their work ethic has been outstanding. Others, they perform at the big league level because they were talented. Man, this guy is a combination of both. Just the way he goes about his business is second to none. Get him up in the morning, go to the gym at 9, take his nap, comes back goes to the ballpark, does his cardio, plays catch. It was on point, and I seen great seasons by relievers, starting with Eric Gagne in 2002, whenever that was impressive. But to do it at his age and with all the quote-unquote red flags, right? He's older. He doesn't throw strikes. He's off-speed pitches in the zone. He cannot do that. It was fun to watch, And the other thing, for him to be willing to sign an extension when he did it, he really likes Boston. He really likes the program, and he was having fun, man. And I saw the quotes, and that's fuel to the rivalry, if you want to say it. But I think it's just a combination of a lot of things. But the credit goes all to him. He was amazing, and I'm happy that he's going to be back to us.
Okay. By the way, you played 13 years. Jeez, slap hitting little flea like you played 13. Man, that's amazing. I didn't even realize.
You know what? If I
didn't even realize that.
This year, if I was playing nowadays, I'll be playing 13 years in AAA. I'll tell you that.
By the way, people. I'm getting way off. I know we got, but you had the one at bat that everybody remembers. Do you know that I was catching during that bat, and I got absolutely obliterated when I came in the dugout because you had like a 20 pitch at bat and you hit a home run. It was in Dodger Stadium. and we just kept throwing you heater, and you finally hit a home run. And I came in, and Felipe Alou was like, "Why the hell did we throw him some outs?" And I'm like, "Felipe, did you really think Alex Cora was going to go deep?" I mean,
AJ, it wasn't against you guys.
Oh, it wasn't? I thought it was, because you had one against us where you fought off.
It was against the Cubs.
Oh, well,
it was against the Cubs.
Actually, you know what? Good for you, because I'm not a Cub fan. But you had one against us. It was like 10 or 12 pitches, and we just kept throwing you heaters, and you kept fouling off.
So it was Matt Clement, slider, cutter, right? Cutterish,
okay, yeah.
Right? And people keep giving me credit, man. He threw 16 pitches right down the middle, bro. You know, at one point you got to hit one, right? So I don't know what was harder, me getting the homer on the 18th pitch or Matty Clement throwing all the strikes in a row.
But no, okay. Anyways, I know there was one, but I'm wrong. I admit I'm wrong, but there was one right. Felipe Alou screamed at me for throwing you this many pitches, and you did something.
No, you actually, it was in 04, right? Were you there in 04?
2004. Oh yeah.
Franklin, the lefty,
came
out of the bullpen. That was the Finley homer. Remember the walk-off?
Yeah, no, I was out of the game. They defensively replaced me that game because we were winning 3-0. And so let's take the catcher and the
against Franklin, the lefty. It was a Franklin. Yeah. I don't even know.
Yeah, Wayne Franklin. Yes, thanks for bringing that memory up, because we took me and the shortstop out, and we ended up losing.
Davey Cruz.
So they took Davey Cruz out, put in Cody Ransom. Yes, but I barely remember that game. Anyways. You're a manager now. You've been managing since, 2018, I think was your first year. What is the one thing that Alex Cora wishes he knew in 2018 that Alex Cora in 2025 knows?
The media side of it is very challenging. I still remember Kevin Gregg in 18. He's with the Phillies now. He was our media relationship, the president of media relationship, and he tells me in Fort Myers, from tomorrow on, you got to talk before the workout and after the game. And I'm like, what? I got to do this twice? And that's something that is not easy, because the game is the game, and the game has evolved, but you have information and you talk to people, and you're going to keep growing up as a manager and as a baseball person. But the media part of it is a challenge, like right now we're talking, he's going to come out and somebody's going to make something out of this, because he talked about Matt Clement, or he's talking to Alex Bregman every single day, or he doesn't talk to Breslow every single day. And that's a challenge, man. It's you guys call it what? Soap operas, right? Like Days of Our Lives, right? At 1 o'clock. I remember watching that in college. Probably Joey didn't do that in Vanderbilt, but I did in Miami. But it's a novela, like we call it in Latin America. It's nonstop, and you got to be on top of it. You got to know the narrative. You have to control the narrative. And if I would have known that in 18, and 18 was quote unquote simple in that aspect, because that team was amazing. But I didn't know how challenging it is, and I'm still learning that part of the game.
One last quick one that we probably could have spent 15 minutes on. Roman Anthony. Roman Anthony getting third in American League Rookie of the Year voting. What do you see, not his ceiling, but what do you see him doing next year? Because the future is very bright. But what do you see him doing for this team in a new role that he's going to need to take for you guys to make it to the series?
Yes. The one thing that we still have to, quote unquote, solve is him against lefties. And that's something that, as hitters, left-handed hitters, is always a challenge. And it's funny because I throughout the years, if you look at our roster, we have this problem. We had this problem, quote unquote, throughout the years. Casas against lefties, Jaron Duran against lefties, Willie Abreu against lefties, and there's I call it a process, right? Like the evolution of the hitter. They come up to the big leagues and we platoon them, and it happened with Roman for a week, and he's gonna be okay. I see him hitting at the top of the lineup. It's gonna be a debate if we're gonna lead him off or hit him second, or hit him fourth. We'll see what the roster looks when we get to Cincinnati next year for the home for opening day, but he's a guy that he's gonna keep getting on base. He's gonna hit for power. I think he was getting to the point that he was hitting the ball in the air, and the thing that people don't realize is that this guy is a great base runner and a good defender. I think he ended up +4 as far as defensive run saves, and he's just really good. One thing that we have to be very careful, and this happens in every big market, is like people put these players in a pedestal and they expect them to carry the offense, carry the franchise to the next level, and that's not the case. We have to protect him from that. But as far as the player, keep him healthy, let him be who he is, and we are far away from the best version of Roman Anthony, but the one we have right now and the one we're going to have next year is really, really good.